Thank you for joining us tonight. You're now with me, Shel Shamnato, for TVS Nightline. We begin with the headlines. A good news as Malaysia will receive its second batch of 182,520 doses of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine tomorrow. The second batch will be distributed to states that have yet to receive the vaccine.
220, flight number 150.
Akan mendarat esok. Dan ini akan kita hantar ke negeri-negeri yang belum lagi menerima vaksin. So bagi negeri Kedah, negeri Melaka, negeri Sembilan, Perak akan menerima pada 24 hari bulan, hari esok juga. Dan bagi negeri Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan, Sabah, Sarawak dan wilayah Persekutuan Labuan pada 25 hari bulan.
National COVID-19 Immunization Program Coordinator Khairi Jamaluddin said the vaccine was produced in Belgium, scheduled to arrive via the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in the morning from Singapore. Khairi said the vaccine will be distributed to Kedah, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan and Perak tomorrow, February 24th, while Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan, Sabah, Sarawak and the Federal Territory of Labuan will receive on Thursday, February 25th. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin and Health Director Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah will be among the first to receive the COVID-19 immunization program tomorrow.
As the much-anticipated first batch of the COVID-19 Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine will be arriving in Sarawak, security measures will be tightened to ensure safety.
Untuk tujuan penerimaan esok, pihak polis akan jaga kawasan di airport tu. Kita akan buat kawalan keselamatan sana. Kemudian kita akan dapatkan kenderaan seperti MPV lah untuk mengiringi kenderaan daripada pihak DHL ni untuk bawa ke tempat simpanan lah di Kuching ni.
A total of 60 police personnel will be involved in the vaccine transportation process from its arrival until its distribution to 7 vaccination centres in Sarawak.
KM dan kita akan escort sampai ke tempat penyimpanan tu dan kita juga akan membuat kawalan lah di tempat penyimpanan ni untuk pastikan keselamatan vaksin tu lah. Yes, pada waktu untuk ke tujuan lokasi pun kita akan mengiringi kenderaan pihak sama ada DHL ataupun pihak KKM untuk hantar ke lain-lain lokasi lah di seluruh Sarawak ni.
Meanwhile, according to Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak, Datuk Amar Douglas Ugah Embas, and Local Government and Housing Minister, Datuk Seri Dr. Sim Kui Hian, they are scheduled to spectate the arrival of the first batch of COVID-19 vaccine in the Karo area of Kuching International Airport this Wednesday.
Individuals who will be receiving COVID-19 vaccine shots need to go through 5 stations at a vaccine dispensing centre, or PPV, which will take about 15 to 30 minutes, including monitoring for side effects.
According to Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Adam Baba, the recipient needs to go through 5 stations. The first stop is to screen for symptoms and body temperature. The second station is for registration. The third station for consultation and immunization agreement, while the fourth station is for actual COVID-19 vaccine jab, and the fifth station is for observation.
Penerima akan diminta untuk berada dalam tempoh masa antara 15 minit hingga 30 minit. Dengan kejayaan simulasi pada hari ini, KKM bersedia untuk melaksanakan pemberian suntikan vaksin COVID-19 yang akan dilancarkan pada 24 Februari nanti, iaitu besok.
Dr. Adam said the Health Ministry was prepared for the first phase of the program, involving 572,588 frontline personnel registered as at February 21st. In another development, Dr. Adam said pregnant women as well as nursing mothers would not be given the shot based on a resolution of the COVID-19 Vaccine Supply Access Guarantee Special Committee.
Kita masih lagi dalam conditional approval untuk Pfizer vaksinasi dan rolling submission untuk mendapatkan beberapa data-data penting untuk dijadikan sebagai satu asas, iaitu keberkesanan, kualiti dan selamat diperlukan. Untuk itu mereka yang mengandung kita tidak berikan vaksinasi COVID-19.
Previously, University Putra Malaysia Microbiology Lecturer Associate Professor Dr. Niazlin Muhammad Taib was reported as calling for expecting mothers as well as nursing mothers to skip the jab to avoid side effects, as there are no clinical evidence to support using the vaccine for these groups.
The Malaysian Armed Forces, or MAF, has been entrusted to ensure the success of the COVID-19 immunisation program. This was stated by Malaysian Armed Forces General Tan Sri Dato' Afendi Puang. Said MAF's roles in terms of logistic assistance include storage, delivery, and also distribution, in addition to security control in each phase of the program's implementation. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 immunization program for MAF were also formulated based on the priority given by the government for MAF personnel as the recipients of the vaccine. This is based on their job scope, especially those who are at risk of being affected by the virus. Meanwhile, the distribution of free COVID-19 vaccines in the country is seen as a form of recognition towards the principles of access to health. In addition, the national COVID-19 immunization program that was set to begin at the end of this month has been expanded to include foreigners residing in Malaysia. Through TVS's survey, the public are prepared to receive the vaccine. However, there are a number of people who showed apprehension and doubt.
Jadi saya merasakan bahawa vaksin yang akan kita terima nanti adalah baik untuk semua dan tak perlu takutlah kerana dah pun dibuktikan keselamatannya oleh pakar.
Ya, kami rasa macam sepatutnya kita just terima vaksin ya, sebab so that kes COVID di Malaysia tu dapat dikawal.
Kami sedia menerima vaksin so kami boleh dapat sisi demo without rasa takut.
In my opinion, I would take the vaccine because it is crucial for us.
For me, myself, I think I would accept the vaccine because with the vaccine, I would feel more secure and safe when I was outside, especially for my job.
Pandangan saya memang rasa orang yang bersedia boleh try dulu lah.
Kami mau nanggap macam ni efeknya dekat seseorang dulu, baru kami akan ambil vaksinnya lah.
Kami belum ready lah untuk menerima vaksin tu sebab tak semua orang sesuai untuk menerima vaksin. So ada orang yang ada isu macam sensitif untuk ubat.
Hello there everyone and welcome back. Now on to the next update, as the Sarawak Teachers Union is fully behind the move to list teachers among the first to receive the COVID-19 vaccine in the first phase. Its President Adam Prakash Abdullah said this decision could ensure the safety of teachers and students.
Vaksin tersebut akan memberi keyakinan booster kepada guru-guru kita supaya mereka yakin kembali ke sekolah, kerana dengan adanya vaksin itu nanti mereka berasa selamat untuk bersama anak-anak murid di dalam bilik darjah. Ibu bapa juga akan merasa selamat untuk menghantar anak-anak mereka ke sekolah dengan pengetahuan bahawa semua guru telah diberi imunisasi vaksin COVID-19.
Meanwhile, with regards to the government's efforts in My Digital, Malaysia's digital economy blueprint, launched by Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin last Friday, he was of the view that internet connectivity in suburban and rural areas would need to be seriously looked at. He said it can no longer be ignored so that the home-based teaching and learning process can be further improved.
Sektor pendidikan harus diberi penekanan sama hebat dengan sektor-sektor lain, kerana di bawah rangka tindak itu tidak menyatakan peruntukan langsung untuk menambahkan lagi kesaling hubungan internet di sekolah-sekolah, jauh sekaligus menyediakan kemudahan teknologi, maklumat dan komunikasi bagi pengajaran dan pembelajaran di rumah.
According to him, childhood development is crucial for a nation's future. Thus, effective long-term support and assistance must be implemented.
Meanwhile, there is no problem for cancer survivors and people with disabilities or PWD to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Those who have taken the Bacillus Calmette-Guerin or BCG shot to prevent tuberculosis also do not face any issues to receive the vaccine.
Health Director General Dato Dr. Hisham Shah Muhammad Ibrahim said the same with people with disabilities. They do not have any problem taking the vaccine.
Memang kita galakkan mereka menerima vaksin sebab mereka tergolong pada golongan yang kita kata ada risiko, comorbidity. Selain daripada orang yang mengidap diabetes, hypertension, sakit jantung, buah pinggang dan penyakit-penyakit kronik yang lain.
However, he said for those on immunosuppressants, such as cancer patients, they are not advised to take the vaccine for the time being until their treatment is completed. Meanwhile, Dr. Hisham Shah said that for now, there is no clear data confirming anyone who received BCG shots previously would be protected from the COVID-19 virus.
Walaupun ada teori yang mengatakan ada perlindungan, tetapi dari segi realitinya data yang tepat tidak ada. Jadi maknanya kalau walaupun kita ada perlindungan terhadap tuberkulosis melalui BCG dan sebagainya, dia tidak akan melindungi kita daripada SARS-CoV ini. Buktinya ramai antara kita semua ada vaksinasi BCG, tetapi kita ramai juga masyarakat kita yang masih dapat juga penyakit SARS-CoV ini, COVID-19 ni.
Following the next news, as the local residents of Kampong Ampero Jambu, who attended the funeral from February 3rd until February 5th, are urged to come forward for COVID-19 screening. This followed the detection of positive COVID-19 cases among two families from Kampong Petak and Simboh, Padawan. The Enhanced Movement Control Order, or EMCO, was enforced on the said village following the 42 active detection cases of COVID-19 in the Emperor Jambu cluster as of February 22.
Unit Keselamatan Dalam Negeri, mereka telah pun dipanggil oleh Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri Sarawak untuk mengadakan contact tracing. Minta kerjasama daripada semua mereka yang menghadiri majlis pengumuman tersebut untuk datang bersama-sama tampil ke hadapan.
Dr. Jarib added all funerals held are limited to 30 people only, and children under age of 12 are not allowed to attend. Meanwhile, village community chiefs are also advised to prepare an attendance book or the My Sejahtera QR code for any funerals.
Seterusnya kepada pihak PDRM, maknanya kalau ada orang mati, keluarga seorang mati itu buat satu laporan kepada pejabat darah kecil di mana-mana pun, dan seterusnya kepada PDRM supaya PDRM datang turun pada ke keluarga-keluarga tersebut untuk memperketatkan lagi SOP, dan dicadangkan supaya upacara pengabumian adalah dihadkan seelok-eloknya kepada 10 orang saja yang berada dalam rumah.
On to the COVID-19 development, as Sarawak recorded 133 new COVID-19 cases along with 2 deaths on Tuesday. Recorded in Cebu, bringing the total death toll due to COVID-19 to 76, equivalent to 0.92% out of the cumulative total cases in Sarawak. 133 positive cases were recorded in Sarawak on Tuesday, with the highest total recorded at Meradong district with 36 cases, followed by Cebu with 28. Meanwhile, Batang recorded 17, Samarahan 13, Kuching 12, Bintulu 8, Julau 6, Subis 6, Miri 3, Serato 1, Kanawit 1, Beluru 1 and Dalat 1. Meanwhile, Malaysia as a whole recorded 2,468 new COVID-19 cases, bringing the total cumulative cases to 288,229. Out of the total cases, 4 were imported cases. Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah, the total active cases is now 30,475 cases. For Selangor, the highest daily cases were recorded with 932 cases. 14 deaths were recorded on Tuesday, bringing the total death toll to 1,076. Meanwhile, the total number of recovered cases now stands at 4,055, with 196 patients receiving intensive care treatment. Sarawak Energy's Kuching Regional Office at Sungai Biawak and Customer Service Counter at Wisma Sesko Kuching are closed with immediate effect. This serves as a safety precaution after 3 employees tested positive for COVID-19 on February 20th.
Sarawak Energy in a statement said the premises had been closed to allow for sanitization and fumigation works. Contact tracing had begun and close contacts will go for the swab test and undergo self-quarantine. The corporation's staff will operate from home or from alternative work sites. Preliminary cleaning and fumigation have been carried out at Kuching Regional Office on 20th February and 21st February at Wisma Sesko. Customers in Kuching can opt to go to Sarawak Energy's service counters at Saradais or use the available online services via our customer care centre at 1388 3111, emailing to customer care website or Sarawak Energy's mobile application SEB Cares.
Every ministry has a role in ensuring the successful implementation of the National Unity Policy and National Unity Blueprint 2021 to 2030. According to Minister of National Unity, Datuk Halimah Muhammad Sadiq, the perception of unity being the responsibility of a ministry alone was inaccurate. Instead, she added all parties should work together and be united to ensure that the objectives of the policy could be achieved.
Maka kerana itu dalam rangka tindakan ini kita letakkan penglibatan setiap kementerian yang ada. Tiap-tiap kementerian dia ada peranan. Ya, betul. Peranan dia. Contoh bila kita membicarakan soal perpaduan dalam pendidikan. Dia adalah tanggungjawab kepada Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. Kita membicarakan soal perpaduan dalam kebudayaan. Mungkin dia menjadi tanggungjawab kepada Kementerian Kebudayaan, Pelancongan dan Kebudayaan. MOTEK. Jadi maknanya tiap-tiap kementerian itu dia ada tanggungjawab dia.
She added the policy based on the concept of unity in diversity was developed together with all the ministries and had set long-term strategies in a continuous effort to preserve unity among the people. Halimah said the National Unity Policy and National Unity Blueprint 2021 to 2030 were formulated to support the strategies and to set the national aspirations that were to be achieved within the next 10 years. In addition, the National Unity Policy was also in line with the country's main policies, such as the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030 and 5-year plan.
Plan tindakan perpaduan ialah pendetailan kepada apa yang perlu kita lakukan dalam rangka tindakan. Betul. Dan plan tindakan perpaduan itu pula nanti kita akan pecahkan. InsyaAllah pada hari Ahad ni Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri akan melancarkan plan pemerkasaan kepimpinan komuniti dalam kawasan rukun tetangga. Baik.
The first one-off 500 ringgit payment allocated to 20,000 taxi drivers, school and commercial bus drivers and e-hailing drivers were well received today. Through a survey conducted by TVS, those who received the payment felt grateful for the aid which was received right on time.
Mungkin saya ada sedikit menanggunglah bebanan lah sebab anak-anak sekolah, belanja rumah lagipun gaji kita orang pun belum tak penuh lah. Kalau boleh saya ucap terima kasih kepada kerajaan kerana memberi bantuan macam inilah.
Juntaan terima kasih kepada Perdana Menteri Malaysia kerana telah memberikan sumbangan berupa bantuan wang permai kepada pemandu bas, persiaran, bas sekolah, teksi, e-hailing dan sebagainya. Dan
bantuan permai sebanyak 500 tu dapat membantu sedikit sebanyaklah untuk pemandu-pemandu Grab di Kuching. Agak ada untuk membantu pendapatan lah dari segi kekurangan sekarang ni.
At the same time, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development, KPWKM, is now working to improve the sign language interpreter profession and recognise their importance, starting with the public sector. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Rina Muhammad Harun, said all parties would need to dispel the misconception that the learning of sign language is only limited to the disabled and their immediate family members. She also urged members of KPWKM, as well as other agencies under her jurisdiction, to seize the initiative of learning at least the basics of sign language communication.
Klien yang hadir ke Kementerian Pembangunan Wanita, Keluarga dan Masyarakat dan agensi adalah termasuk OKU pendengaran dan pertuturan. Oleh yang demikian, pengetahuan serta kemahiran berbahasa isyarat ini merupakan nilai tambah yang sewajarnya ada untuk kita menyantuni semua golongan masyarakat di negara ini.
For now, she said there are 95 sign language interpreters registered under the Malaysian Federation of the Deaf. The number is heavily disproportional to the 40,389 deaf persons who are registered with the Community Welfare Department last year. Thank you for staying with me. Now, in conjunction with the 88th Malaysian Armed Forces Day celebration, a total of 56 Jiwa Murni projects, or PJM, with a total allocation of 3 million ringgit will be implemented nationwide. According to the General Tan Sri Dato' Zamros Muhammad Zain, the total number of projects under PJM will increase from time to time.
Khusus di negeri Sarawak saja, pihak kerajaan negeri Sarawak telah bersetuju untuk bagi peruntukan sebanyak 1.5 juta tahun. Jadi telah diagihkan kepada 3 kawasan, dan salah satu kawasan itu adalah di kawasan Simonjan sebanyak 500,000.
Up to date, a total of 17 PJM projects under the Gedong area includes building and construction works for community houses and mosques.
Untuk kali tahun 21 ni kita fokus pada projek buat rumah-rumah lah. Dan juga bukan hanya rumah individu tapi komuniti. Mana yang kerajaan propose, in fact projek ni murni ni kerajaan yang bagi dia punya peruntukan. Jadi kita beritahu dengan kerajaan, tak kira kerajaan mana sama ada Sarawak ke, Sabah ke, Selangor ke, Pahang ke, mereka bagi mana tempat yang perlu dibuat.
The launching of PJM in Gedong was officiated by the Chief of Army, General Tan Sri Dato' Zamros Muhammad Zain at Rahim Bujang Ahmad Household. The Batang Palo Bridge construction project by the Sarawak government in the coastal areas in Muka Division are facing a delay due to some unforeseen factors. Among them are the uncertain weather conditions and the unexpected technical issues involved.
Mereka memerlukan tidak kurang daripada 50 orang pekerja mahir seperti tukang kayu, tukang besi dan lainnya untuk mempercepatkan lagi projek ini untuk kata orang catch up dengan delay dengan kelewatan yang ada sekarang ini iaitu 95%.
According to Tanjung Manis Assemblyman Yusuf Abdul Wahab, besides the said factors, the lack of manpower was also one of the challenges faced by the contractor. He urged contractors to hire workers from the areas in addition to longer working hours so the project can be completed. He added, as of 25th January 2021, the project's physical progress is at 22%. The original date of completion for the project is 7th May 2023. However, it has to be amended to 20th August 2023. Meanwhile, Assistant Minister of Corporate Affairs Abdullah Saidul hopes the construction work in Batang Palo Bridge can be completed at the same time as Muara Batang Lasa Bridge and Batang Ikan Bridge.
Harapan kami berdua dan juga penduduk di kawasan sekitar ini ialah supaya jambatan Batang Palo ini dan jambatan Batang Lasa dapat disiapkan dalam masa yang sama dan perancangan seterusnya, pembangunan seterusnya dapat dijalankan.
In the same development, Malaysia began busing in Myanmar asylum seekers and other detainees from all over the country to Navy ships to repatriate them. The ships were scheduled to leave for Myanmar this afternoon on 3 Navy ships sent by Myanmar's military.
Refugee groups say asylum seekers from the Chin, Kachin and Myanmar Muslim communities fleeing conflict and persecution at home are among those being deported. The UN Refugee Agency has said there are at least 6 people registered with it that are also said to be deported and that there could be more. It has not been allowed access to the deportees. Buses and immigration department trucks were seen bringing in the detainees in the western Malaysian town of Lumut, where the Myanmar ships are docked at the naval base.
Meanwhile, residents in St. Matthew Block Kalili Longhouse Pusat are now able to perform their church services smoothly and comfortably after the construction of a 200,000 ringgit church was completed.
Projek rumah ibadat kami di Blok Lili itu St. Matthew, nama rumah ibadat kami ada 200,000 lah.
This project clearly shows the concern of Batang Maro Assemblyman Razali Gapor towards the needs of the local. Razali has even provided facilities such as road connectivity, suraus and mosque.
Kita juga menyediakan pusat-pusat ibadah, masjid, surau dan sebagainya.
With the road network system in the village, the residents' daily travels, such as sending their kids to schools, are now easier.
Anak-anak belajar jauh tempat ada jalan raya, ada dekat sejam baru sampai pakai jalan hutan sampai ke sekolah.
And that wraps up TVS Nightline for tonight. Here with me, Shel Shamato, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.